Let's do some underreactions. Week 4 slate. Week 4 starts tonight, of course, Arizona and Seattle. But these are things that are not getting enough attention. The top 3 things in Week 4. And I do want to start with these Seahawks. They're taking the field tonight in Arizona. They're 2-1. We're underreacting to that, okay? This is exciting. They're the only team in the entire league right now with a top 5 scoring offense, a top 5 scoring defense. You got idiots like me saying Broncos are the most complete. This is a complete team, okay? And they're crushing. Second most efficient passing game. They're pressuring opposing quarterbacks at the 3rd highest clip. They have been owning everything. And if you look at the Seahawks on the NFL leaderboards right now, hello, Sam. Fantastic start for him and Clint. 8th in passer rating. JSN 2nd in receiving yards. Taking a victory lap on that. Torrey Horton, we talked about him, tied with Emeka Egbuka, who's our guest on the show for the rookie touchdown lead. Kenneth Walker, 3rd in rushing scores. Cornerback Darion Kendrick, stepping in for an injured Devin Witherspoon. We thought that was going to be a huge issue, but somehow he's leading the league in picks? Question mark, how are they doing this? Undrafted journeyman Josh Jobe. Josh Jobe, people, Book of Job. He's turned into a star for this team. 2nd lowest passer rating allowed among all corners. We knew when that fight happened against the Packers, they were going to be a feisty defense. But they're deep. Step right up. Step into our office. This team was a Brock Purdy miracle throw away from being undefeated. They're legit. This is a legit squad. It's all working for them. I want to talk to their coach. I want their coach to come on our show. JSN's been on our show. Of course, he's delightful. So we're underreacting to what's going to be a hell of a game tonight with this Seahawks squad. Okay, next up, we are underreacting to the fact that Christian McCaffrey has changed his identity. Not only is he a new dad, not only is he healthy, he's not a running back anymore. Is he? Right? He's a wide receiver. Take a look at this. If you look at the numbers, he's currently 3rd in the NFL with 25 catches. To put that into perspective, that puts him on pace for 142 grabs this year. That would be the 4th most in a single season in NFL history, tied for 15th in receiving yards alongside Devontae Adams. He has more than Justin Jefferson, more receiving yards than Tyreek Hill right now, and he's on a 1,200-yard pace. 2nd in total yards, only to Bijan Robinson. No Kittle, no Ayuk, no Brock. It's all on his shoulders, but they're not really running the ball much or well, or something's going on, but this is wild. They're 3-0, and it's Christian McCaffrey, wide receiver, which reminds me of Air Bud, wide retriever. But Christian McCaffrey is doing his thing. And is he not going to continue it this week against the Jags? Okay, Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, I'm looking. Death taxes, and there's injuries on the Niners. They're not at practice yesterday. So the Niners, if you're looking here, 3.5-point faves. I like the Niners. I think the Niners are going to go on a run, even without Bosa. Okay, lastly, we are totally, as a sports society, underreacting to the fact that Jared Goff is playing the best football in his career right now. Frankly, I think the narrative that he needed Ben Johnson or Sean McVay to be successful was trash. It was absolute BS. Downright disrespectful to Jared, I should say. That's not to say that those guys didn't help him along the way, but he's standing on his own 2 feet as one of the best quarterbacks in the league and doing what he's doing without Ben. Should only highlight, underscore, italicize, circle, whatever you want to do. There's this thought that the Lions are even more dangerous this year because they have Aiden back and the defense should be better. And while I think that's true, I also think Jared being this locked in is an even bigger reason. If you look at what he's done, take a look at this. This is great. What he's done so far, okay? The completion percentage, this is through week 3, it's up 12%. And that would be an NFL single-season record if he keeps this up. 7 touchdowns to 1 pick. It's insane. A 40-point is insane. Jump in passer rating, 2nd best in the league in both of those categories. So if Jared keeps this going, and 4-time Super Bowl champion, Rob Gronkowski, said this on our show yesterday, he is the MVP. He's an MVP fave if that keeps and continues.